Well, hello there. Welcome, welcome. Second stream gone live. Woke up feeling good today. Got my got my coffee. I'm ready to draw. So, today's stream is Ardi's workshop. And this will be a little bit different than the last stream, where I roll, figure out what to draw, and I'm pretty much set on that. This is much more of a collaborative stream where I'll actually be reading chat a little bit more intensely. And it's sort of just like Ardi's workshop, and I'll probably repeat myself as people file in, but Ardi's workshop is supposed to be like a kind of a productive stream, and it's also kind of like a wild card stream where we will do anything, anything that's in the realm of productivity. So it won't always be drawing. I mean, most of the time it will. Could just be us talking about what we're doing at Cool Cats. Could be a stream of just someone else creating. But it's also most likely going to be a stream for me to experiment with, just different types of fun things to do on stream. Hoping to find more, segments, if you will, kind of like the luck of the draw. And so today I think I'm gonna draw with my right hand because I really want to create more derpy little drawings, because I think it's fun, and I think they make really cool, really great like stickers and stuff. So I'll also be using them for on Twitch. We have like the little badges, and I've been really wanting to redo those. So this might be that. There's a chance I'll just like pull out the dice again and start rolling and see what combinations I get, and then those two characters I'll just like draw together, but with my right hand, which is my off, non-dominant hand. And I think it'll be fun. I think it'll just, and then please recommend anything on stream. I think it'll I'll just be kind of doodling at a quick pace, and then I'll probably, once I feel like it's at a good point, I'll probably scan it in, and then finalize them from there. They're super easy to finalize, and actually it's funny, the coloring, I need to like purposely color outside the lines, just to add to that look. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Next week will probably be a little bit different on Ardi's workshop. Probably more talking, as I expect, and hopefully some special guests. But today's will be a chill drawing stream, but a chance to talk as well. So got the paper again. I want to now experiment with, so I'll only be drawing in pen today. There won't be any pencil. And I love drawing with just pen because you can't really make mistakes, or if you do make a mistake, you have to go with it. And I just find that really fun. That's how I used to draw when I did the cartoonist. I used to only draw in pen because I thought it would teach me how to draw better, and I still will die on that hill that it does. But yeah, happy little accidents, exactly. And so I think I will probably just like roll to see what combinations we get, and then doodle whatever those characters are. Yeah, take no backs, exactly. I don't know why I said it like that. No take backs. There's no Command Z, there's no eraser, there's no nothing. And so I think I'll just get started, really. So let me find my dice. But we got this little dice here, and let's just give it a roll. What are the chances that both days I roll a 14 on the first rip? It's kind of funny, actually. Take no backs. Yeah, thank you, Sheepy. I don't know where my brain was at when I said that. All right, so I'm just gonna draw Blue Cat and Chugs, which is funny because I feel like I've already drawn them, and it's so weird because I'm wanting to use my left hand, but for this I'm going to use my right hand, so it's purposely bad. But it's also in an effort to get better at drawing with my right hand. And so I draw these pretty small, and I was debating if I wanted to, because I can do a little zoom on here and get like really far in, and I do these pretty small, so I might want to zoom in. But kind of here goes nothing. I guess I want Blue Cat and Chugs. I've already drawn, I'll just draw them just to get the first one out of the way. And I need to remember, we're going to be drawing a lot of these, so I'm going to start in the corner. Oh wait, I'm right-handed, so it'd be opposite. I'm so used to drawing with my left hand. Here, let me zoom out. Drawing with my left hand, and I draw with my left hand. I start in this corner, and I make my way to the other corner, so I don't smear over anything, but it was a weird brain thing. I guess technically I need to start on this side and work my way this way. I'm learning how to be I'm a left-hander in a right-hander world. There we go, there's the dice. Alright, I'm just gonna draw Blue Cat and Chugs. Let's get the first one out of the way, you know? Just gotta find my spot on the page. Okay, cool. And then I'll scan them in probably. I'm really trying to get better with my right hand. And I will say the ones that I drew before, I think I was probably leaning into it a little bit more of the derpiness, so I feel like I need to do that here. I just keep thinking people who like stop by the stream who've never seen this before, they're like, man, this guy sucks at drawing. And I mean, it's funny that the first dice roll was Blue Cat and Chugs again, because I really want to draw the other characters more, because I just have the most practice with drawing Blue Cat. And so it's like, I'm going to give him stick arms, though. He's just going to be, like, holding Chugs with one really long arm. Okay, so that's Blue Cat. That's his arm. Okay, and then Chugs. I was even debating putting a disclaimer on the stream saying that I'm drawing with my opposite hand. I think I will make a rule that if I roll another 14, I re-roll. That way it's not always the same characters. Oh gosh. I think the other challenge is my eyes are so bad. Oh, I did his spot on the wrong side. Oh, that's a part of it. What's up, Yakobe? I think you might like this. I'm drawing with my opposite hand right now. Actually, let me make sure it's zoomed in. This is so bad. Okay, so that was the first roll. Nope. It was a 2. Yeah, I know, Sheepy. I roll another 14. Time to go to Vegas. Alright, this time it's Chugs and Ardi, so this will be fun. That's what a 2 is. Hey there! Welcome on X. Good to see you. Also, what's up, Words Taste Weird? So we're drawing with my opposite hand today. First we got Blue Cat and Chugs. Chugs has seen better days. It's so funny when people post emojis on YouTube, because on my end it like displays the name of it of whatever emoji you're using, which I find funny. All right, so now we have to draw Chugs and Ardi. I feel like I want to take a page from the animation and draw Chugs holding a pencil like in Ardi's face. All right, so first let's draw Chugs. You'll probably hear me say this a few times, but when I'm on Ardi's workshop segment where I'm just kind of experimenting with new drawing ideas, I'm all for getting feedback. Because I could find this really enjoyable drawing with my opposite hand, but people might think it's the most boring thing in the world. So always down to hear it, what other people think. Okay, so then he's gonna have like a comically large pencil. When was the first time I drew Chugs? First time I drew Chugs was actually on a Twitch stream. And it was, so 2021, probably July or August, I guess. And it was because there was a guy named Chugs who entered my chat, and I already drew his buddy, the Plunge Father, if anyone remembers. Plunge is still around, but remembers when he was pretty active on the streams. And his buddy came in after I drew Plunge Father. He's like, oh, draw Chugs. And then my head went to a milk carton, and I drew like a tall version of Chugs. And then like I saw the potential. It was like a long, half-gallon carton of milk. And then I like took the whole thing and squished it down. And then that's like how Chugs was born. And then from there we just kept evolving on what Chugs was. And now I would argue he's pretty much a mascot of the brand, just as much as Blue Cat is. Yeah, slim, skim slim Chugs. All right, so let's get Chugs will be there, and then okay, Ardi's gonna be tough because I want him to like be reacting to this. Yeah, I do actually. I really loved the origin story of Chugs. And I agree, Sheepy. I'm a big fan of Chugs. Okay, I was trying to draw a tongue there. Okay, wait, it's working. Ardi has seen better days. Oh God, please make it. There we go. I find this so enjoyable. Like, again, I have no idea if this is interesting. You should freestyle on your list. Room to create more Chugs-like characters. Oh, I know. I remember when we used to do the Chugify streams. Those were some of my favorite, actually. When we just take like the idea, the concept of Chugs, and just like put it on different objects. Then Ardi is gonna be like, I think the reason I like drawing with my opposite hand is like I'm really not caring about the line work. It kind of just makes it more interesting. Like that, like his look at those fingers. Oh no, dang it. I do that all the time. I like point at things and then I draw a line. Yeah, Chugified food is peak content. I agree. What I loved most about the Chugified stuff was just like seeing the range of Chugs as a character. Creating a character is tough. Creating a unique character that like has that that recognizability of like, I don't know, you see Chugs' face and you see his like little stubby arms and stuff, and you just know who it is. And Chugs was interesting because like I told you how he was created. He was just kind of created on stream, and he was already pretty much a character. There was like slight adjustments to his what he looked like, but barely. There we go. It's perfect. I mean, add a category to the list like number 21 freestyle. That way the community and you can have an opportunity to craft new characters for the universe. Like, oh, yeah, like Tepnu. Yeah, it could be fun. Oh, I see. Sorry, I was just... My wheels were turning there, JL. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Getting that one. I could definitely, like... I feel like I could take away one of these. Or there's like a clause that's like... I guess it's... I forgot I'm zoomed in. If I roll the same one twice, it's like, alright, time to draw like a net new character. What Chug's mom and pop look like? Yeah, let's draw Chug's mom and pop, but with my offhand. Oh man. Or I draw it with my dominant hand and we actually get a good version of it. Yeah, I'll switch over. I'll switch over to doing the mom and pop Chugs. I'm like, what would I first? Let's draw baby Chugs. Let's like, he's gonna be the tiniest little guy. Is my offhand enchanted? Unfortunately not. It actually has a debuff on it. It's called shakiness. Okay, so now let's draw baby Chugs. I'm gonna get close. I'm actually like, this is super tiny. Chugs' dad's name is Guzzle, right? Yeah, exactly. And then I guess, I don't know what his mom would be, but his sister would be Sip. Alright, we're gonna draw baby Chugs here. Okay, that did not work out. But you know, I'm gonna keep going. That's the purpose of this stream and drawing with pen, is that it doesn't always work out. I had a different vision in my head, but we are gonna redo this. And the embarrassing thing is, this is with my left hand. This was my better hand, and I'd argue that Chugs was better than this one. But he's so tiny. It's hard to draw tiny sometimes. That's baby Chugs. Maybe these turned into like blush marks, you know? And then we'll add new arms to Chugs. There. He's an old moonshine jug. Let's draw that actually. So he's an old moonshine jug, but and even though he's glass, he's like kind of hunched over. That was supposed to be a mustache, but now those are glasses. I'm making these glasses. And he's a tired old man. There we go. He's grumpy and curdled. Exactly. I need to draw bigger. These are, let me give you some perspective here. These are like itty bitty drawings compared to the rest. I feel like he needs a label or something. Yeah, him and Berg go way back, Mojave. They're best friends. That's how Old Man Berg already knew Chugs. Grandpa's an old moonshine jug. The whole Chug verse is panning out here. So that's so cursed, Elu. Yeah, is Chugs' mom actually a cow? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try it again. Or maybe we just keep adding to the family here. Maybe his dad is like a 2%. He's got like the little label right here. And he's a working man, so it's got to pay the bills. Mama Mason jar. Let's keep the family going. Yeah, got to make that milk money, exactly. It was supposed to be the jar of the mason, or the top of the mason jar. It's supposed to be a bag. The mom ain't coming out as planned here. An old milk bottle. Oh, yeah, yeah. All right. So that's version 1 of the Chugs family. The family tree runs deep. Oh, man. Yeah, I want to make like a family photo now. Okay, so let's see. Let me do this real quick. So I am gonna take out a pencil now. I said I wasn't. Yeah, Grandma could be a block of cheese. This reminds me of SpongeBob with the let's see here. I think this will do. So if I'm ever trying to draw a square, I just pull out my sticky notes and I do this, and I just do that. There we go. And now we got a square. So let's see, if I zoom in, will it cut out? I mean, it kind of works. I'll keep it. I'll keep the basically all there. Yeah. It's just barely getting cut off. If only it was a tiny bit smaller. Okay, so first things first, Chugs will be kind of like front and center. Maybe that's too big actually. Because Chugs he's a baby. This is before Chugs grew up and got a job working as a barista. Cousin cottage cheese. Oh, I'm on the big screen at Custom Land. Let's go. I made it on the big screen. We want to do a Custom Land stream as well. Not to put you on the spot, Jeej, but we want to do something like craft something at Custom Land and stream it. I think that could be fun. At the land. Alright, that's it. Oh, yeah. Maybe I will show the bottom. Alright, there's baby Chugs. The camera looks really good. Nice. Which camera? This one? Or this one? I'm actually zoomed in right now. You can see the... Okay, so if Chugs is right there. Let's see, maybe is like... I'm trying to think of how many people I want in this drawing. And they wouldn't be circles, they'd all be kind of squares. The drawing cam? Cool. Good to know it looks good on a TV. Okay, so I liked his dad being a 2-gallon jug. Or sorry, a 1-gallon jug. What if he's a 1-gallon jug wearing a 10-gallon hat? How does that work, you know? Food for thought. Okay, so let's put his dad right here. Maybe I won't draw the grandparents. But I'm like, I feel like he needs a brother or something. Maybe it's just Chugs and his parents. I'm worried that there's not enough room here. Chugs lactose intolerant sister's soy. That's actually adorable. I'm like, I don't think it would look any different. She would just be, she wouldn't have cow spots because it's soy. I actually love that. Okay. It's crazy how much darker the lines show up here than in person. I drew these pretty light. Okay, so I should have... Okay, so now he needs 2 siblings because I could see a sibling taking up, like, occupying this area and another sibling occupying this area, and then I'll have the parents kind of, like, taller, and then we're not doing grandparents. Yeah, one of those milk boxes that has a straw. Yeah, I'm like, it makes me think of like the brothers like kind of beat up. He'd be like the older brother. Chugs is the smallest. He's the little guy. I'm like, I don't know how we would do soy any differently, but I really like the idea. Well, and then there needs to be like the fusion. The straw is her ponytail. Okay, before we draw that here, before we just go ahead and draw that on in the square, I feel like I need to draw a smaller version of all of these things. I like where we're at with drawing a family portrait. Let me just get rid of all the so I can think. Okay. Okay, we're coming back to this. Let's go below it. A baby milk bottle. Okay, we're pulling out the pen again because the reason I want the pen is the mistakes. You know, you never know what's gonna happen. Okay, so we were to draw a milk carton. This is a little too tall already. Yeah, I'm not liking. That's already bad. Well, good thing it's at the bottom. We'll just shove it over here. Okay, so if I was to draw a straw as a ponytail, let's first just draw a straw and see where we get with that. And then technically it would be showing, right? It's like a, maybe I put two straws. It's like pigtails. So tiny. Screw it. I don't think it'll look good. It's gonna look like antenna. It does not look good. But we're gonna finish it. It's really just chugs with straws. This is not But see, this is the fun of creating a character. The idea is there that we want to draw the family, and more specifically the sister. All right, the body, the proportions are not here, but that's like the idea. So you take that and you have to start refining it with character creation. You know, maybe you could draw. Let's go back to this guy for a sec because it's already bad. But it's like if you drew the straws, maybe it's like two straws, and then like this would be the hair tie. I guess like that, and then like, you know, kind of like if you've played. Actually, never mind. What else could be used? Yeah, it needs to be taller. So let's make this the older sister. That way she's like a taller carton. Hey, sister. Soy, sister. Oh, that's great. Immediately read it that way. Oh, imagine one of those. I just saw your comment, Mo, about the spiral straws. That's a good idea. So if we're doing like a silly straw, you know. Kind of like that. And now I'm like, is she, are there other milk cartons? Like styles of a milk carton? See, this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted out of like Ardi's workshop. Is this, to me, this is the workshop of just like working together to create something. Kind of like what you were saying, JL, if you're still here. Like, Let's just make a new character. Half and half creamer. Oh man, I remember we always had this joke that if Chugs got pregnant and had a kid, that his baby would be like a little creamer. Little creamer thing. There we go. Yeah, tiny. This thing is so small, y'all. Part of me wants to get like a banana for the stream so that I can like give you guys the scale of all of this, because he's so small. This is totally maybe not Chugs' son or sister or daughter. Maybe this is his little sibling. It'd be funny if they were twins. And they could stack on top of each other. And they just did all sorts of things. You know, some milk comes in small square juice box styles. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Someone said juice box earlier, and that's the same thing. That's a good point. It could just be that. Also, I've never shown this on stream. I'm like, I was looking for things to show off scale. I was like, we've never shown this little guy. I forget where he came from. There's some Cool Cat stuff that I have no idea where it came from. But this is a little Chugs. Actually, I could just pull out a ruler. I think this is the best way to give a scale. Yeah, these guys are 1 centimeter. Barely. That's how tiny they are. Okay, so I think Sheepy was right in that some milk cartons come in like a... Let me get this more centered. So I'm going to draw it without arms and legs. So first I just want to draw what that box would look like. So small. And then it's got a lot of room for like adding graphics too. And I'm like, how do you know she's soy? Funny thing to ask. I was also thinking, I have this like reference in the back of my mind of like some very niche thing. Was they used like the top to be hair, and I didn't do a good job here, but you might kind of see what I'm getting at. I just gotta do it better. And maybe she has different eyes. Maybe I don't need to draw them like Chugs. But gotta have the same mouth. And the same legs. I feel like kind of like that, and then I feel like she just like something needs to be on the carton. She kind of looks like maybe she's strawberry milk. And so she's pink. And like that's why the top, maybe the top is green hair. And then has like the straw coming out. Juice box, yeah. Exactly, Oscar. Cause strawberry milk, and then his brother could be like chocolate milk. Yeah, I was trying to do that with this one, where I mean, this is two of them together, but where like the scrunchie. So if I drew like a straw, you know, and now I tried to do like a scrunchie. Give her a bow. Yeah, maybe it is a bow. Maybe it is a bow. Let's try that out. That would be the black sheep of the family. It'd be the sheepy of the family. Let's see. The bow. So I think I'm going to draw her again. I feel like we've tried doing this in the past, of drawing Chugs' sister, but I'm kind of glad we're back at it. All right, well, I'm running out of room in this corner, so I'm going to slide over here. If you're joining in late, these are... I started the stream with drawing with my non-dominant hand. We have Blue and Chugs and Ardi. I actually really love Chugs and Ardi. I love Chugs more than Ardi. Let me, oh wait, I can't finish it with my left hand. It needs the lines. There we go. Chugs might be one that I export. He's great. He's perfect. Artie's pretty good too, but he could be a lot better. Oh yeah, sorry, got distracted. Okay, let's draw this sister one more time. This Jugs up here is making me laugh again. Just with the eyes being above. Okay. I think the bow will work, actually, now that I'm thinking about the drawing. Okay, so let's start with, I usually start right. So the bow would be right here. And then the straw would come out of it. Okay, now she's looking like a younger sister with the bow. Kind of like adds. Although I didn't make her tall enough. We'll keep working with it. Actually, maybe I'll give her like pants or something. I don't know. Like a skirt. See, this is why I like pen. I made the mistake and now I'm working with it. I love when bots show up in chat. First time chatter. I don't know how I moderate. Nah, whatever. Thank you, Time Out. Oops. Alright, kind of gooped up the mouth there. The mouth looks so derpy. Maybe she has bangs instead. Actually, that works really well. Just the front, and maybe I'd do like that. All right, I see the vision now. I see this. It might not have the skirt, but I see the vision now. Let's just barely put. Okay, we're getting somewhere with Chugs' sister. To the point where I think I had to bust out pencil. That's a solid concept right there. Yeah. Where's my sharpener? Gotta sharpen my pencil. Which, by the way, to anyone who's looking for a sharpener, this is the sharpener. It's from Japan, but you can get it on Amazon. This is not sponsored. I just love this sharpener so much. I have like 3 of them. And so the reason I like them is because you can dial in like what type of sharpness you want. And I dial it all the way to 1 because I like sharpening more often, but then let's see, maybe you get some ASMR. So sometimes it gets that weird tip. So then I break it. I pull out. I just like go to the edge and just like do that. Okay, so let's get somewhere new. Okay, was that good ASMR? I need to know. That pencil sharpening. I love it. I love to sharpen pencils for that reason. We need that on a soundboard? Okay, good. I'm like... So the funny thing is I have a, Ooh, a follow sound? Man, I was brainstorming what sounds to add to this stream. At first I was just gonna add a bunch of sound bites from the milk chug, which I probably will still do because it's such an obvious, but I want some drawing specific ones too. Okay. So let's draw the sister. I'm like really pleased with how that came out. Yeah, moonshine jar chugs is the crazy uncle. I agree, Sheepy. And he is like half drunk, basically. Okay, another thing I'll do, just so you guys know what I'm doing, I usually use the corner as like the messy area, but sometimes I need to like sharpen the pencil a little bit. So I'll just kind of do that. Yeah. Okay. Although it gets messy, and sometimes I grab that or touch it and then it gets the page messy. I think maybe I'll draw this one a little bit bigger. So then first, let's just draw the box. Okay. And then bow. And I feel like as we draw this character, like the proportions of bow to straw, like, will all become a thing. Yeah, and then let's get rid of this. I do need to figure out a way to get the, like, the ASMR of the erasing. Okay, and then I really like the bangs. pretty solid box. And maybe we can kind of fix the bow. I was drawing with my right hand. Yeah, I wish. I really want to get good at both hands. I just think that's such a cool skill. I can paint with both hands. If it's like an arm gesture, it's easier. Okay, let's. Like, should her arms be any different? I think you don't stray from that. But if she's Chugs' little sister, then you want to make the proportions. Like, she would need bigger arms because she's smaller. And I'm like, do I want this skirt? You know, Chugs doesn't wear clothes. She already has hair. So it's already like... That's already a lot. You know, like the bow is, I feel like, more than enough. And somehow, maybe we'll like fake it, and then the bow might need to be like more on like the edge. I forgot I can just point more on the edge. So we just took the bow and went, it's like turned it. That's too low for the eye. I forget who has this, but I love the look of eyes like this that just have like the one little eyelash. Let's see if adding a shine. Probably could have done it here. I will fix that. It's subtle. It's just like a... And she doesn't need it, but... Maybe she's more of a girly girl. Yeah, I just feel like the Chug spots are almost the outfit for Chugs, and so I feel like she needs something. Because down here we have her with a skirt, but I don't know if I necessarily like that. And Joe already has, like, Joe and Sage already have that look, and I don't want too many characters with the same look. So, this is where I could use Gigi's help, the fashionista. Looking real cute. Thank you. Hey, Oscar, this was part of your vision of adding the bow. I feel like that's what changed it. First, we were trying to do like a scrunchie. All right, well, I won't harp on the outfit right this second, but let's just give her little quiet eyes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna probably draw this a few times, like, that's sort of just how it goes. So that's pretty good. And I'm like, oh, 100% Tymo. Definitely strawberry milk. The first little drawing of her down here, that's where I thought it would be strawberry milk. And I probably might go back to this, but like the top will look like a strawberry leaf. It might even be green. We'll see. I do like the bangs like this, but I'm like, so I guess in my head I was like, there could be like strawberry seeds, but I just don't. I'm gonna complete this. I don't think it'll look good, but you know, like that. But now she just looks like a juice box, which is fine. But yeah, Jeej, I agree. I was like, I think outfit wise, the bow is enough, because if I do more clothes, then she'll look weird. Hey, what's up, Sterl? Welcome on in. We're trying to draw. Well, first we were drawing the whole Chugs family. And Sterl, I think you'd like this, but we got a jug down here. We got Papa Jug, which I love because it also sounds like Chug. Yeah, the strawberry candies. I think I know yeah. It's exactly what they look like. Or what she looks like. Papa Jug. now I'm like, does the jug have a cop? Oh, a cap. That's, I think, what you mean. Yeah. Oh, he's got the cap. He's not uncapped yet. That's when he, like, you know, starts freaking out as he gets uncapped. Grandparent says powdered milk. Wait. Mama Zava was in here? Did I miss that comment? Oh, I did. I completely missed that. Is powdered milk. Yeah, honestly, that's great because it's just like old, you know. And then I feel like his cousins would be like bagged milk, like his cousins from Canada. It's Stubby. I think you just yeah. Bag milk. All right, let the fight begin. The ultimate chug wars. All right, this page is looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna flip to a new page. I think this was there, you know, like actually maybe the whole point was to draw the siblings and then come back to this drawing, but I feel like we're not even there yet. Also bans to anyone who says bags. We are not a bagged milk family here. I know you aren't either, Sterl. I don't know what you're on about. Alright, let's start a new page here. Oof. Cool. Okay. So I feel like I just want to keep drawing the sister. I'm gonna zoom in. Alright, but we're gonna draw with pen. I'm gonna start in the corner. Yeah. Okay. So the bow. Let's start with the bow. This time I wanted it to be on the corner. And there could still be room for the silly straw. See, that looks more like a ponytail, you know? How's it going, Mama Zava? Thank you for stopping by the stream. Sheep, you stop at the store and grab a sack of milk. Doesn't have a good ring to it. Exactly. Great argument. Oh, man. I got the graphite on my hand. I think that's like actually one of the big reasons I do not like drawing with pencil. Is it just, I just get so messy. Okay, I don't want it to happen again, so I just have to like rub it off of my hand. Okay, so I had bangs before, but I'm like, could be like that. Let's fill it in. Something more round. And then adorable. Look at her. It's my favorite way to work from home with my cats. You know it. With all the cats. Okay. That's adorable. I think there's something with this version. And it'll really help if I color this drawing in. Yeah, it's so tiny. I have to pull out the ruler. Just a little 1 centimeter. So tiny. I think it's that I have the hardest time translating to digital because when I'm on the drawing pad, it's, you know, it's much bigger, like, lines that I have to draw. Whereas like when I'm drawing with pen and paper, as you can see, I draw like almost like finger movements instead of just like going with the whole arm. Okay, I really like this version of her. It's adorable. So let's draw. I'm gonna draw Chugs next to her for scale. Oh, I didn't draw his arm. All right, we're gonna draw an armless Chugs. I'll just, you know, his arm should have gone there. So if I was to delete that line. I love how the emojis show up on my chat from YouTube. Sheepy says blue, or it says person blue holding pencil. I just form what that looks like in my mind. Cute. Look at these two. So it's really interesting. I can like look at the screen and also draw. I honestly have better vision looking at the screen. Because usually, I'm gonna move the mic. It's like if I was actually drawing without being on stream. Realize you can't hear me, but I draw very close. Like my vision is so bad, so that's why it helps to have this up here. Little Sippy, yeah, she's so cute. Little strawberry Sippy. Little Sippy. And Chugs. I love her actually. I think we're on to something here. Oops, I just like wow. They're so small. All right. I'm gonna keep drawing her. It's the best way to practice, you know? He's got those bad eyes. Oh, he's got those bad eyes like a gypsy. I had to fully read that one out, Jeej, before it hit me. Let's see. Okay. I'm basically just going to draw her exactly the same way, but bigger. So I think I should start with the bow again. Okay, just needed to confirm. What's up, Emma? Your drawing that you just posted on Instagram, so good. I'm glad I could tell you that, actually. It's like, I saw that and I was like, holy, Emma's on another level. Yeah, Jeej, deep cut, exactly. Yeah. I don't think many people know. Let's see, I think. Love that she has the bendy straw. I really like her hair. This time I did it. What's my go-to pen? It's been Micron. And it has been Micron for over 12 years now. Hands down my favorite. As you can see, it's archival ink. And it says micropigment ink for waterproof and fade proof. So that's another reason I like it. It helps. I mean, if the ink's wet and I swipe, it'll smear, but if it's dry, it never will. But Microns come in a lot of different sizes. And it took me like a year or two to figure out what size I liked most, because I tend to put a lot of pressure on the page when I draw. Okay, I liked her with like, I liked that I kind of put her arms in, tucked in. Okay, and then I did like sort of like a flower. That's how I envisioned it for the hair. I'm trying to look at the screen and fill in. Basically, I'm trying to keep her as close to Chugs as possible, but different. And I really liked down here, even though it was really tiny, I really liked how I did her mouth. So instead of it being exactly like Chugs, it's more of like a, like that. But we gotta have the family resemblance. This arm is a little wonky if I was to change anything, but this is looking pretty good, actually. I just feel like she needs something like in the middle of her chest. Like, or like something just on the lower. It's tough because Chugs has the spots everywhere. And then he has like the top of the milk carton that helps make him recognizable. But some of this might help if I just colored it, which I've been debating pulling out the markers. They're just a little buried. I don't want to do that on stream. But maybe it's, you know, maybe it is just like, yeah, we're experimenting today. Now it looks like a beard. I don't think that worked. Alright, time to do it in a different pose. I said different, but I feel like I'm just drawing it the opposite way. Yeah, that's looking much more successful. Sturl, the classic Pilot G2. I mean, it's funny because that's so true. That is what I drew for like the longest, definitely in high school. Probably middle school too. The Pilot G2s are great. I will still recommend that to people. Well, if you're trying to take it to the next level, definitely go with the Micron. And I'm saying this on stream, so they hopefully sponsor me one day. Great starter pen, yeah. Yeah, I think the biggest change is, yeah, not even talking about brands, but it's using a ballpoint pen versus a felt tip. I definitely like felt tip more. It's like felt tip has a little bit more friction when you're drawing, at least for me, and ballpoint like slides across. Really like this character, actually. Let me just, I wanted to see if I just put like a little skirt or something. Yeah, Oscar can get some cool blends with a ballpoint. It's so true. I mean, you can do shading really well, for sure. I just like, for some reason, I hated the scratchy feeling of a ballpoint. That's just me, though. I know a lot of people that could do some really cool stuff with the ballpoint. All right, let's draw. I'm basically just gonna keep drawing this character, with just like subtle tweaks here and there, because I like this character. Let's see. What if she was sitting down? Oops, drew that a little too thick, so I'm just gonna. I kind of like the bow being like obnoxiously big. The only thing I'm trying to avoid is it looking too close to Hello Kitty's bow. But Hello Kitty's bow is like very rounded. Yeah, Jeej, there's super inky. That's definitely, because I just smear over most of my drawings. it can be heartbreaking sometimes when you're like on this awesome ink drawing. You can't erase anything, can't Command Z, and you just like smear over it. Ugh, it's heartbreaking. It's happened so many times to me. Cute. It's like, you have like a napkin or something. Yeah, Oscar, run the risk of it bleeding too. Although I will say, some of these felt tip ones can bleed. But I love them. I used to use the Micron 8, but it was like too thick of a line. So I went to the 5, started off with the 3, but I would break the tip of it too often. Okay, you know what, actually? I'm gonna try to get a perfect one. Just gonna draw the whole box first. Okay, and then the bow. I think though I'll really, as I draw this character, it's like the size of the straw. Is what I'll probably have to fine tune. I mean, even Chugs had that. I think Chugs over time just became squishier. And I have a feeling the same thing will happen to this character. It feels like a pigtail. If I draw her larger, then I can add the shine in the eyes. Cool. If you like her, Jeej, then that's how I know. That was sort of the mouth I was thinking, but yeah, if I wanted it to make it look more like Chugs. I just don't know if I like that as very PPP. I feel like I should take a stab at drawing PPP. Yeah, Jeej, it's definitely the height and the hair is what makes this look very PPP. And for anyone who's like, what are you two talking about? There's an awesome anime called Pop Team Epic. Highly recommend watching it. It is an awesome show of just like, essentially the studio took two characters and just gave them to a bunch of different artists, and they created their own like skit, if you will. Like, it's a bunch of skits, but each one is done by a different artist, but the characters are the same, and they always have different voice actors. Does she have a bow? Oh yeah, she might. Maybe in the back. She has a bow in the back. Yeah. I have to almost look at a reference. This is cute. I still feel like this character is almost there. It is missing something. Like, and I really think it's like needs something on the lower half. I just feel like, and maybe that comes with coloring it. Remember, CLON is a lefty. Yeah. You might not have seen earlier in the stream, but I was drawing with my right hand earlier. It was fun. It actually kind of led to this, which is what I love. Always starts off with something silly. How about a pearl necklace? Oh, maybe it could be a necklace. So I'm just gonna lightly draw. My only hesitation with the pearl necklace is it makes her look older. But that would be the pearl necklace. But I like the idea of like a necklace. Because I don't think it could be a dress or anything. I like where that like thought process is at though, the pearl necklace. It could be shoes. Jeej, are Mary Jane shoes? I think I know what Mary Jane shoes are. Are Mary Jane shoes like... Oh god, I didn't do the best job. Basically just like the one strap over it. That probably was a really bad example of a Mary Jane shoe. But I think I know what you're talking about. Is it like what Anya wears? Yeah, this single strap. I think that's pretty close. And then a little baby bib. Sterl at work right now, and I have an office cat. Oh, Foster, right? I know Foster. He's loving the stream. Let's go. Big fan of Chugs. I know this sounds funny, but I need to look at what a baby bib. Like I always have to type in cartoon. Cats love the. It is approved. Cats like the stream. Okay. No, there's not much to a baby bib. I word it kind of looks like a maid outfit. I just can't add like the frill to it. And then it's gonna add like a strawberry, but that doesn't really translate. Maybe I'll add a few strawberries. It's a little too much detail, but I do think the shoes work. I think the shoes could be cute. Do our cats love the stream? Our cats don't even know what a TV is. At least Snugs doesn't. Well, this character is adorable. I might scan it in. I just don't know if I want to do the... Oh, my laptop's up there. Let's see. You could also put a heart on there. I just want to keep drawing this character. Timo, this character might be your new fave. I know. I'm kind of liking it too. It's also like... It feels like the perfect Ardi's workshop. Of like exactly what I was trying to get at with doing these streams. Is like... I don't know where I'm going to start, but it eventually leads to something productive. I think what would really help this character is being colored. So just in black and white, but I always like to get it down at first. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to try to keep it in frame. I'm going to try drawing it again. Okay, I'm drawing this one a little bit bigger. She holding a teddy of Blue Cat? That's adorable, actually. Yeah, she has a crush on Blue Cat. Okay, I'll slide it over a little bit. Okay. I gotta figure a way. I like the shoes. I just need to find a good way of getting used to drawing them. Actually, I like that line I just did. It's like you do certain things when you're making a character and you're like, wait a minute, I like the bump, kind of like that, the pedal, I'll call it a pedal, and then like, it's kind of like a cloud. But I like how it looks. And then let's draw a bow with a square knot in the middle, and then just to experiment, you know. I do. She's ending up squishier, like Chugs, and I really like where that's going. Oh, and maybe instead of this just being like a rounded, you can do like a, make it look more like hair. That's tough. And I could honestly do the same back here. Yeah, that's cute. Then we draw the straw. So to break down the straw, it's like I'm drawing basically a rectangle, and then I'm drawing a triangle, and then I'm drawing a rectangle. And then you kind of do like the creases of the straw. Patricia. I can't name it. I mean, Trisha might like that I call it Patricia. Also, it's funny, Yakobe, seeing you bounce from YouTube and Twitch. I'm curious which experience you like more. Like, I think she just has to be colored in. I think that's like what's missing right now. But I definitely like this version the most. We got somewhere there. And maybe it is just like some blush marks. I don't know. You're always on YouTube, so you pop up. Cool. Glad to know it. I just like, I'm always so curious with the discoverability. Yeah, I try to get YouTube comments on screen for anyone who wonders who I'm talking to right now. But it's either you have to do every restream chat or just Twitch. And I don't think I'm ready to have to mod all channels. Some cute little freckles. True, actually, let me get rid of the blush marks. I think I like freckles more because she's supposed to be like strawberry milk. Yeah, that is cute. It's adorable. Yeah. I like this character. I like where it went. Am I still zoomed in? Yeah, I am. Let me zoom out real quick. Ooh. So it's kind of the trajectory. I'm back on Twitch. Yeah, dude, show off that founder's badge, man. Top-notch sibling, I agree. I think it's not done yet. It's nowhere close to being done yet, but I think we got somewhere. It's like we started on this page. We started here. And then we went here. And then we went here. And then we went here. And went here. And then here. So then you kind of have to do like the... I mean, I definitely think this is... Usually when I like something on a page, I do a little star. I definitely think that's the winner. It just needs like... The proportions have to be dialed in. But I like the bow straw. I like where the hair is at. I like the little shoes. And then I like the freckles. I think that was a nice addition. Because I was just going to do blush marks, but I just... Sage already has blush marks, and like... It's just something I've done a lot. And I think the freckles work well. I know Jeej is probably a fan of the freckles. Give me a bear cub. Okay, sure. No, although I'm going to draw the bear cub with my right hand. We're going back. We're going back a page. So, to anyone who's showing up late, we started the stream here. And I was purposely drawing with my right hand, which is my non-dominant hand. So I'll draw you a bear cub, but I'm not going to draw it well. I'll draw it with my right hand. Because I think it'll just be more interesting. Alright. Solid bear ears. Gotta get my Chug's face. Love it. I was trying to draw a stitching. Now it's not as cute. I should have just drawn a button. There. There's a little teddy bear. Alright, now let's draw the character we just created. Little Sip. We're gonna call her Little Sip for now. That is the for now name. We'll see if it sticks. We'll see if we have a different one. I know someone recommended Little Sip. So if you're hearing this, you might have just made the name. Okay, I need to find a blank spot here. We'll draw her, there's not really much room. We'll, here. There's some room. Alright, so now we're going to draw the character we just created with my right hand and a pen. Oops. Off to a great start. Gotta add the freckles. Off to just a terrific start here. Let's go. Okay, the bow is probably the... Nailed that part. Wow, it's probably the best version I've ever drawn. Oh, so good. Honestly, my left hand isn't much better. Definitely faster. Just a tiny little sip. A gigantic bow. Well, if there's anyone watching this that does want to create a character, big part of it, literally just drawing it in the same pose. I mean, it could be different poses, but just drawing it over and over and over and over and over again. It's the best way. I mean, maybe it's not the best way. It's my way of doing it. I just take the same character and draw it over and over and over again. Until you kind of get better. You find out like how to do it, you know? Yeah, practice makes perfect every time. She's so cute. She's so cute. Cool. Well, I think that's probably the end of the stream. I'm really feeling good about this character, and there's a chance I'm practicing off screen, but yeah, I really like the flappy hair bits too. I think that really makes it, because where it was before, well, I guess that's the version that I think we started with. I think so. And this was the experiment. It's Chugs with 2 straws as pigtails. And then it kind of went here, which is cute. But then it went there. Someone recommended a bow. Oscar did. And like, I always like to remember who did it. And then it went here, which was definitely a step in the right direction. And then it went to the other page. Wherever. Went to the, oh, not those cues. You went to here. I like just showing this on stream for myself too. And it went to little Sippy and Chugs. So cute. Then here. She's a winner. I think I usually don't go back and edit my drawings. But let's see if I was to add the little hair bits, because I think that one little, like, watch me make all of these just a little bit better with just a quick little triangle. So cute. It's just such like a tiny little addition. Oh, that one didn't work as well. And I might just do the one. I'm debating if I want both, but I definitely like the one. I'm going to leave these two as is. But I feel like if it's going to be strawberry milk, just thinking about how I'm going to color these, it's like probably still Chug's color, like the base, because they're siblings, but then the hair is going to be pink. So I'm probably not going to have any green. And then maybe a green bow. The bow could be anything. Maybe I do scan this in. The evolution feels like a cartoonist evolution. Exactly. It's like it has to start somewhere. You have to have that initial idea, and just breaking this down, like it's way more than unique. Way more unique than where it started, because it's like I think the hair looks very unique. The kind of like pigtail coming out of a straw pigtail. I mean, it already is kind of a unique, weird character. Chugs is. I get that all the time. You made a milk carton a character? Well, we're about to do it twice. I really like the eyes. Unsure about the mouth. I think the mouth looked really, really cute there. Like, that's adorable. But still debating, and this is sort of like a higher detail version of what this character would be. Love the freckles, and then I love the little shoes. I just had to get better at drawing them, because it just completes her. If she didn't have the shoes, the whole bottom half looks weird, in my opinion. But hey fam, what's up, Chill Coin? How you doing? Chugs and Sips would be such a cute name pair. I know, right? I just love them so much. And then the dad is gonna be a milk jug. And I was thinking maybe the mom is just like a tall half gallon. You know, she's just like Chugs but taller. So I guess the jug part doesn't really make sense, but I just feel like the dad has to be a jug. And then I loved the idea of the grandparents being powdered milk. It's very reminiscent of SpongeBob, where the sponge, you know, they're like his grandparents are like old sponges. I'm Chill Brian Johnson on Soul. What's up, Chill Brian? Welcome in the stream. We're actually I think I'm so this lifted from a coloring book. Dude, Chill Brian guy, what are you on? You guys can't see his comment unless you're on. Nice self-promotion though. Anyways, this is the end of the stream. So I'm probably gonna wrap it up here. Didn't I see a cat cartoon book that originated this? Yeah, it's called Blue Cat. It's called The Cattoonist. And it started in 2012. And we're here still. Like old drunk uncle. Oh, yeah. Sheepy, thanks. Yeah. So we have the grandparents, we have the parents, and we have like this, I guess his sister now. But I love that the crazy uncle is a moonshine jug. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. This was great. This was exactly what I wanted an Ardi's workshop to be, where it's just about being productive and like creating something new, versus the other streams, which will be like, let's just draw the milk chug characters doing something. Like it will end with essentially like a PNG completed thing. That is like how it will go every time. And so, but this one's fun, and it might not always be drawing. It could be some other people on here talking, but I think it'll be fun. Hey, it could be some of you on here as well, and we could be doing a fun stream. This one is just sort of open-ended. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone who stopped by the stream today. This was really chill. I really enjoyed drawing this character. It's fun doing that and kind of get the wheels turning again. Probably will just keep working at this. You might even just see a completed version, because, or maybe I pop open the stream over the weekend. You know, that's always a possibility as a surprise stream. But you can guarantee the schedule. I will always be streaming Tuesday and Thursday. And I'm not going to break that. So, and if I do, I replace it with a different day. But again, thank you so much. Can't say it enough. Chill, Bry Guy. You're a real one.